Okay, so we're up in the tunnel, and as you can see, these guys have grown even more. These are really rocketing along. So yeah, I'm much happier with that. Propagating them inside and then moving them outside has helped. It's also quite warm in here, actually. So basically the temperature has risen in here a few degrees, I don't know how many, over the last couple of days. We've had a couple of days of sun. That's why I bought in the temperature sensor, so I can actually start logging the temperature again. As you can see here, these look great. Yeah, I'm really happy with these guys. So yeah, the cabbage is exploding. So just the slight extra warmth has really helped that out, and that's a great sign for the rocket mass heater actually. As you can see, I've taken these and moved them that way because these are dwarf beans, and I've got some runner beans, and what I want to be able to do is train these up on strings or wires to the crop bar. So what I've done is I've roughly cleared like this area to have tall plants in, and then I can also at some point move stuff this way a little bit and go up to the crop bar here. It might be a bit of an angle on the near bed. So the next major piece of work I want to do in here is I'm going to clear all this lot out, get rid of it. I need to empty this tank and get rid of it. Clear all of this crap, basically. I'm going to move this platform, and then this whole length, all the way down, probably all the way down to the end of the tunnel, is going to be grow bag trays. So I'm going to build them out of 2x4 timber, and they're probably going to be about 8 foot long and 3 feet wide, or probably 4 feet wide. And they're going to be level along the top, and then as this is on a gradient going down, so we're going to step them down as they go. And they're going to have one pipe that runs all the way down that feeds water into them from the aquaponics system, and there's going to be another drain pipe that eventually runs to the sump in the very far end there, and that's going to be the drain for all of them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them up to start with so I can just pour water in, and then as I add in that drainage system to replace the little sump here, we can do that. One thing I've just noticed is this is becoming more pronounced, this grow bed here tipping over. So what I need to do is put some blocks up underneath that temporarily to fix it, and then I'll fix it properly at a later date. The other thing I've noticed is this corner here where the water's splashing has got very damp. So I probably need to put a better drop on there to keep the splashing water off of it. Okay, so I just hammered in a block of wood under there, and that's now much more level. It's not a permanent solution, but it's that for the time being. Eventually, these are probably going to change or move or disappear, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, for the time being, there we go. So yeah, all of this lot's going to disappear, and then we're going to have tons of room for grow beds. As you can see, I've cleared this area and moved the strawberries here. I've got these 3 bags ready to go for potatoes. This evening, or over the next couple of evenings, I'm going to make up a lot more of these big potato-sized ones. I still have tons of the small sizes left over. I've got this thing full of them basically, and I've got a few of the medium sizes left over. So still got a bit of scope to make to fill up more stuff. So from here on in, the medium ones are probably going to mostly be beans and onions, and the larger ones are going to be what do you call it? Potatoes. The other cool thing that I saw the other day was Brett had on his Facebook page a picture of his wicking beds. And what I'm wondering is, and they look like they're like stacks of wooden frames with plants in them. What I'm wondering is if I built some wooden boxes lined with this stuff, the fabric, and then placed them in there, could I make big flat grow beds? That might be quite good for growing things like the onions in big, like, flat layers. So that might be something I play around with as well. Still don't know what to do with this. This might go to a wicking bed. I might just, to be honest, take the top off, lower it down and have it as another grow bag bed, and then I can make another one and start making more grow bag beds that way. Or the other option I've got is I can take out this whole thing and do a mirror image long grow bag bed all the way down at ground level. The reason that I've not been doing them at ground level is because at the moment the sump is actually quite high up here, and what I'd be relying on is a sump in the very far end here. You can see a bit of old solar panel thing that I was building to try and heat the pond last year. This lot is going to go. We're going to get a skip at some point and get rid of that as well. We empty the shed out. There's loads of extra like drawers and stuff down there. It will probably go to fire, probably get recycled into the rocket mass heater. Okay guys, so I'm going to call it a day here. I know I said I was going to do a 1 month review and a 1.5 month review, which I completely didn't do. The reason I didn't do that is I had other things going on, and then I got I was starting to add all of the data that I've been jotting down in notebooks into the database system, and then it was past 1 month, and then I had other stuff distracting me, and it was past 1.5 months. Time seems to be flying along really quickly on this project. But what I'm going to do is it's going to be day 60 tomorrow, so I'm going to get my focus tomorrow is going to be getting all of the data into the database and out of the notebooks, and then I'll go through and we can discuss, like, you know, a few things like my daily calorie and nutritional value intake from the data that I've been recording so far. So hopefully that's going to be really useful data and interesting results, and we can learn from it. It'll also be a good guide to see whether growing 300 onions is too many or too less, based on how many onions I've used so far. And, you know, things like potatoes, that sort of stuff. So it will be a good guide to, now that I'm starting to plant more stuff, knowing how much I need to plant. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Rock on guys, bye. Let's have a quick look. This is my dinner. This is a can of the Wiltshire potatoes that I canned about 6 months ago. These are really, really good, as I said. Got a bit of soup mix in there, and a bit of flour to thicken it, and we've got some onions and some spices. And then I've just got plain rice to go with it. So going on through the year, the rice is going to get replaced by things like millet and corn. The soup mix I'm going to obviously replace with my own vegetable soups. And that will probably be like, I'll cook soup and then, or I'll cook vegetables and then dry them and grind them up and use them as soup mix. Potatoes obviously going to be replaced with potatoes, and the flour is going to be replaced with corn and corn flour or millet flour. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a look at what the sort of stuff I'm eating.